Do my eyes deceive me with the title? No, mate, they don't. And look, remember, it isn't Craig saying this. So before you come in going, Craig, what are you talking about? I just collaborate the news and bring them to you. And believe it or not, this is a story that is doing the rounds in a couple of different publications. It's been picked up by Liverpool.com. It's been picked up by a couple of outlets in Spain. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't bring you these crazy reports. So at the very least, we can laugh at them. Or say that it belongs in the crystal clear waters off a certain Mediterranean island called Bullshit Island. Right, so what the fuck said beef with a wanted genius, or beef with a genius. That's the title I wanted. I actually wanted the fuck as the title for the stream, but I'm not allowed to use curse words. Sounds like Bellingham is an agent to secure Trent to Real Madrid. See, the reason I think we're all so interested, if that's the right word, is because there is a crazy world where we could envision this being pitched, right? So whatever you think about the title of tonight's stream or the report, deep down, there is a world where I can see Florentino Perez considering this. So I don't know if he's testing the waters with some of the Spanish media, but genuinely I can see a world where they want that to happen. You know, because Rodrigo could well be surplus to requirements. I know there's been a lot of stuff coming from him that he wants to stay at Real Madrid, but he's also been linked with a couple of moves to the Premier League, Liverpool, Manchester City, and we still don't know the Trent contract situation. Now, if you want my thoughts on it, of course I believe Trent will sign a new deal and stay at Liverpool. But as I've said all along, when you get to a point where Trent, Virgil and Salah have a year to go on their contracts, these are the type of stories that you're going to see because clubs will pounce. They will look at the uncertainty and come back in and try and cause problems. And let's be honest, could we see a world where Real Madrid are interested in Trent? Yes, of course. You're looking at a fullback who's redefined the fullback game. And Madrid in need in that area of the pitch. They're looking to get a replacement long-term for Dani Carvajal. You've got the friendship with Trent and Bellingham. You've got the fact that Real Madrid can apparently do whatever the hell they want financially. So I can see a world where it's attractive to Real Madrid. But from our side, we don't want to lose Trent. None of us, I would imagine. Well, I think 13% or something in the chat said they wouldn't mind it. So, initially, we seen the headline. Alexander-Arnold wants to leave Liverpool as Real Madrid swap deal sensationally talked up. And the piece goes on to say, Trent Alexander-Arnold is prepared to push for a huge Liverpool exit this summer and could join Real Madrid in a staggering swap deal, according to reports. So as you do, you dig a little bit deeper then to try and find out where the hell these reports are coming from. National report Liverpool could be ready to make a bid to sign Rodrigo, but with a twist. The Reds could offer Trent Alexander-Arnold in order to bring the cost of the deal down, with Real Madrid valuing Rodrigo at about €100 million. Now, I can see that. I can see that part of it. I can see a world where we would potentially be interested in Rodrigo. I can see a world where Real Madrid would be interested in Trent. But what I can't see a world is Trent wanting to leave Liverpool. That's the part of this that stinks the most to me. Because can I see Madrid being interested? Yes. Can I see us being interested in Rodrigo? Yes. But the idea of a swap deal? Anyway, there's more. This piece here said Liverpool wants shock swap for Rodrigo. Liverpool could be about to cause a shock by making a big money move for Real Madrid star Rodrigo, according to Spanish source Nacional. The report states that Liverpool want to exploit the uncertainty surrounding the Brazilian star and make a move for the 23-year-old. Carlo Ancelotti's squad will be bolstered by the addition of Kylian Mbappe and Endrick. And with Vinicius Jr. already at the club, how much game time will Rodrigo receive next season? It's up for debate. So maybe this is a case of Madrid-friendly media putting it out there to try and drum up interest in Rodrigo and see if there's any way Liverpool will be interested in a swap deal. Because, as I said all along, I don't believe this will happen. But I can see a world where it makes sense to Florentino Perez to try it. You know, if Trent had 3 or 4 years left on his deal, that would be the end of the conversation. But we are in a precarious situation with Trent. Until we know that Trent signed on the dotted line, we are vulnerable. And we can't deny that. We all want to believe Trent wants to stay, and I'm sure he does. But again, I just point back to the fact that I think it's very foolish of Liverpool to have put ourselves in this position where we've a new manager coming in who's going to want to come into a harmonious dressing room, lay his own stamp down, win people over. The last thing we need is stories about star players wanting out, because it's disruptive. And until we have Trent signed on the dotted line, these stories will just continue to be pushed out and the pressure ramps up. Now, Trent, I believe, will want to be a one-club man. Fully believe he'll want to stay at Liverpool. But let's be honest here. We're not talking about some tin pot club. We're talking about Real Madrid. And as much as I'm sure Trent grew up and will have grown up idolising Liverpool and wanting to play there, it's Real Madrid. And if they're interested, it's a problem. I think it just is. So that, the bromance between him and Bellingham has me on edge. And the fact that Trent is currently away with the English national team. I've said this to you guys in every single international break. When our players are away from Liverpool, when they're with their national teams, these ballsy or kind of hard-hitting or far-fetched stories seem to come out of the woodwork. And I'd like to see Trent address this. But again, let's wait and see. So I'm going to get through some of your comments. Not a fan of Rodrigo, said the Red Machine. Look, I take Rodrigo in a heartbeat. You know, whatever we talk about the Trent side of it, I could take Rodrigo at Liverpool in a heartbeat. But would I sacrifice Trent for him? No. Absolutely not. So yeah, that's what makes this story a little bit intriguing, I think, is that we can... A lot of us like Rodrigo. We know we've already tried to sign Rodrigo. That's been confirmed. We tried to sign him when he was at Santos. He said it himself. That didn't work out. And now we have a situation where, yes, Real Madrid are probably a little bit overstocked in an attacking area and are looking to find ways to rebuild their team maybe without having to continuously fork out cash and swap deals. I'm sure much like another swap deal we're going to talk about later on that seems a little bit off the wall. But Barca have also offered up a swap deal according to reports. And we'll talk about that in a little while. What price is Rodrigo on the market? The price listed that has been mentioned in a couple of outlets is 100 million euro. Which I think is actually a realistic price. Genuinely. I think 100 million euro for Rodrigo is fair. His buyout clause is the usual ridiculous 1 billion. But it's believed that 100 million euro is the offer that would get Real Madrid to the table. And I've got to say, I think that's a decent price. I mean, it sounds mad saying that out loud. 100 million euros a decent price, but it doesn't sound unreasonable.